what's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music. I'm hanging out in my shred cave here, and I am reconnecting with an old friend of mine who is just killing it out there in the music with his band, The Struts. Most of you have probably heard of The Struts, but if you haven't yet, awesome rock and roll. My friend Adam is the guitar player for The Struts. They have a new single out. Adam Slack from The Struts. Yeah. Well, how long have you been a band?
Me and the singer Luke, we met in 2009. 2010, we kind of made the name The Struts and started out.
When I met you, I believe it was your first trip to the United States ever? Is that true?
That was my first ever trip to America, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you were basically a teenager, right?
When I met Luke, I was like, wow, I'm going to be the guitar player. And at the time, I was more like a songwriter, so the guitar was my tool to write songs. I didn't know what a pentatonic scale was.
Right. You're going to have to at least, get a few Ace Frehley. Well, I just remember though, like, oh yeah, I'm going to meet, I have no context for meeting you. And then I checked the band out and I was like, oh yeah. Between the band and Luke's frontman stuff, I mean, you have the best chance to win audiences over. I've seen it.
Yeah, Luke's a force to be reckoned with. He doesn't give up. I just do my bit.
Yeah.
There's only so much I can do with the guitar man, and then he will just scream at them.
What guitar you got there?
It's the Mike McCready. It's wicked. It's disgustingly like beaten up. I don't know if you can see the back of the neck.
So have you done that beating?
Most of it was like came like, because it's literally exactly the same as the 59. This black bit here is from my stage outfits.
That's pretty cool.
I've got a bunch here now. So we went on tour with the Foo Fighters. I befriended Pat Smear.
Yeah.
He, for my 30th birthday, sent me this guitar.
It's gorgeous. And the fact that Pat Smear gave it to you is even cooler. So what's going on with the Struts? Did you guys record a bunch during the pandemic, or?
We went away for 10 days and recorded a whole album, 10 days. And it was called Strange Days, and that came out in October. Obviously, we couldn't tour it, so it's kind of like, well, what's the next thing? We have a bunch of songs that we wrote before the pandemic, and one of them was called Low Key in Love. That's the single that's out right now. We had Paris Jackson, who's Michael Jackson's daughter. We just sent her the song. She's like, yeah, I'd love to. And she sang on it, and now it's, I want to say R&B kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's different to what we've done before, but I love it. I think it's a great song, and it's just it's nice to write a happy love song.
Can you break down either like the key riffs of the song or like how you came up with it? Did it start with a guitar riff?
Yeah, so Luke had these lyrics. He wrote the lyrics for the song, and then we kind of went into the studio with a couple of friends of ours, Tommy English, who's a producer who produced the song, and Nick Long, who is a songwriter, and we kind of just hashed out the song on an acoustic guitar. But it's just E flat, G minor, C minor, G sharp for the whole song. But then it was like, how do we make that more, interesting?
Yeah.
It should just be one guitar part for each part of the song. So the verse has its own part, and then the chorus has its own part, and then there's a post-chorus which has its own part, and there's a guitar solo, and that's it. Because the bass is playing the bass note, the guitar part is so simple, and the verse is just... with the bass and stuff.
Yeah.
The chorus goes into like guitar's a bit out of tune. A little bit more interesting than kind of like that.
Yeah.
Hendrixy, Keith Richardsy, kind of even John Mayer kind of thing, because it's that kind of, it's that vibe.
Yeah.
And then the post chorus is just a really simple, like double stop kind of.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it was just like, that's the three parts, and it just grooves with the song. And that's why it was just something that I've never done, because usually I'm just like,
Yeah. Luke gets compared to the Queen connection and all that, but I always felt like at least when you guys first came out, it felt more like AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, like thrashier and like more raunchy rock and roll.
The solos my bit. I was like, now I can kind of actually do something. And there was the solo to begin with for ages. Like we had the song for a year, and it wasn't a solo. It was more of just like a musical part. Before it was just repeated, and I was like, that's not a solo like that. It needs to go somewhere. So I just tried to follow the vocal melody a bit more.
Yeah,
it goes like.
It's as easy as that.
Dude, practicing for tour.
That's right. It's good practice. Well, once again, you've got Low Key in Love is the new single by the Struts. Please keep in touch. We've known each other a long time now. I mean, if you think about the first time that you came to the States, I don't even think I had a gray hair yet.